Police are asking everyone to stay away from the Bismarck State College campus as there is a lockdown in place. The people working around this pond this morning saw a man's arm sticking up from the water right there and immediately called the police.
The concept is very simple. If you're in need of something to warm you up, all you have to do is come down to Eagles Park, pick up a hat or some scarves, and keep walking.
Thank you so much to everyone who donated throughout the campaign, and if you'd still like to donate, there's still time. You can go to KFYR-TV.com. With the new operating system, the FBI can only try so many passwords to try to break into the device before the iPhone completely erases the memory. Now, many have asked Heather why she'd elect to get this surgery when she can step out into traffic and get hit by a bus tomorrow. Without the surgery, she has an 83% chance of getting a cancer that only has a 4% survival rate. She says her chances of getting killed by a bus just aren't that high. As the party that is the convention raged on, each Republican candidate tried their hardest to distinguish themselves from the field in Fargo. Rick Becker used his conservatism.
To remain strong in these challenging times, our party needs a change in the establishment order. I am not an echo of the status quo. Rather, I am the alternative.
Burgum touts his experience in the private sector.
I understand economic cycles. I've lived through, how many have I lived through in my business career? But one thing I know is that the Republican Party was not responsible for the high oil prices, and we're not responsible for the low oil prices. But we are responsible for the spending choices.
And Stenjum reminded the crowd of his success in the state legislature and as Attorney General.
I've said it before, and I'll say it here again. There has never been a better time to live in the state of North Dakota than right here, right now.
In the end, the confetti falls on the establishment candidate.
We've had a robust and spirited campaign for the nomination, and now we Republicans need to come together and keep this great ship of state on course, to build on all that we've accomplished together.
But Burgum will be back in the primary along with Paul Sorum, who skipped the convention altogether. In Fargo, for NBC North Dakota News, I'm Max Grossfeld. Alan, a beast lives near Sterling. Its legend grows with each person who sees the terror, and on Halloween it gets restless. There are many animals on Bruce Lang's 1,500 acres, including horses, goats, and of course, cows.
Too many when we're feeding and not enough when we're selling, let's put it that way.
None are quite as terrifying as cow number 333. It's a beast without a name.
They just call her the skull cow is all, and that's kind of all they go by, just the skull cow. And every once in a while people come out and want to just look at it.
Now the number on the ear tag on the skull cow is 333, and that's because Bruce says they couldn't find 666. Lang says people have accused him of faking the mark, but says the markings have been that way ever since Skull Cow was a calf.
It looks like a skull. I mean, it looks like a crossbone and skull with just missing a crossbones is all.
With the night of ghouls, goblins, and ghosts approaching, does Lang think the cow is a bad omen?
Well, we were hoping not.
But holy cow, does that look like one unholy cow. Lang said the Seminole Cross still has a couple years to go before it gets sold, so he doesn't have to worry about a haunting yet. At 3 blocks long and 3 lanes wide, Slide the City is taking Mandan for a ride.
Oh man, because not every day this comes to Mandan, Yeah, this is going to be awesome. I cannot wait. I got my little pink floaty on.
This is like once in a lifetime that it's going to be here, so I mean, I think it's pretty great that it's here.
This isn't your everyday slip and slide. The slide's so long that you can't even see the top of it from the bottom. It's not just young people taking advantage of the mega slide either. Children of all ages are giving it a go.
I think it's wonderful. I really do. I've seen this on television as part of Bud Light commercials. I thought this was awesome for the city.
Yeah, it's fun because really there's not many places that you could actually do this that's close to your hometown, so it's fun to come here.
With about 3,000 tickets bought, the Parks and Rec Department is happy to call the day a success.
It feels great. Really, we accomplished our goal by bringing a unique thing to Mandan and just creating more awareness for the Park District and our new Universal Playground.
The Universal Playground will give a space for children with all types of disabilities to have as much fun on a regular basis as most did on the slide today. For NBC North Dakota News, I'm Max Grossfeld.
Monica Sandy Junabe became a deadhead in the late 70s, but only saw the band a few times before moving to the Alaskan wilderness 400 miles from Fairbanks. Still, for her, the music never stopped.
Trouble ahead, trouble behind.
The Grateful Dead have always spoken to Sandy's soul. Now she's letting her love light shine with a tattoo of the band's iconic bear, her first.
And I decided that no matter how old I got, it wouldn't make any difference. Age has nothing to do with it. This, for me, I don't know if I can even explain. It's just, it has a great deal of meaning.
Coming back to the Bismarck area after nearly 40 years, she says she can't see herself just sitting and crying at home, waiting to be gratefully dead herself.
There's so much to do and so much to see. It's not that we couldn't have done it before. I couldn't because of where I lived. But I think we had to come to a point in our lives where we could say, look, the heck with anything. Nobody can tell us what we can do anymore.
You feel honored, and especially with her, she's waited years, she said, over all her travels, she hasn't found somebody that she trusted to do it, and I'm extremely humble and honored that she chose me to be able to tattoo it.
What a long, strange trip it's been.
Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, God, look at that.
Sandy says her life has been a long, strange trip, but she'll just keep on trucking.
Sandy says this tattoo is just the first. She says she plans to get the band's name on the other arm and just see where the vibes take her.